Talk about friendship. Don't get it twisted. People was only there because of the associate. I don't think nobody ever made me feel like that. They just wanted me. They wanted to get more closer to me. It was never was that between me and people in Carrollton. It was about the time we spent. Chris Clark and them had things, and Mirza might didn't have money, and other people might didn't have money, but they had home, and we chilled. It just I spent more time with people than I did my girlfriend as a kid, and that's the threat that was, man. Like when the connection of the bond, it doesn't matter about the money, because we all ate with each other, slept. We all slept around. We all chill and watch movies together. It was never was in that four plat that I was around people in CFB. It never was that. And this me just not able to give certain individuals the attention that was supposed to be given because I was stuck into that connection. So I ain't never feel like it's never been like that. But the way they want to get close to me, I never fell off. That had never been a crowd. That never, but they have jealousy that's involved. Jealousy, people, you got things. It didn't matter. Look, shorty, I've been winning. I've been having money, and I ain't never stopped. But people choose jealousy because of fear of intimidation and doing those things. I have always won. That has never been the case with Hubert. That Hubert have always won at 16, 14 years old. He have always won. That has never, ever, ever been the case when we talking about relationship or friendship. But if certain individuals don't get what they want, they would lie. I deal with teenagers talking to people at the same apartments in Carrollton, West Sabina, and people was. And the chemistry of talking, you get in the room with somebody, and how do you feel with that connection? But you don't want to break that bond. You don't want to break the relationship bond that you have, right? You don't want to break the relationship bond that you have. That can be the crucial goal of it, because you could be in a room, but it's about connecting. I don't think anybody made me because I have never lost. You know what I'm saying? I have never lost. I don't have no reason to complain, and I have never lost on anything that I wanted to do. So the money wasn't a problem. It's just my personality. It's just me not opening up as I should because I was giving my son to my. Didn't want nobody to come between me and somebody's world. And I didn't see nobody else in my world when I was dealing with my ex at 14 and dealing with stuff with Sabina and people in character. I didn't see nobody else in my world. Everybody, I deal with a couple of other people. Everybody had goals, and we have to deal with that goal. But we ate together. It was never like that because we watched movies together. We did stuff together. We chill, made Rice Krispies with each other. We spent time with each other, man. We cooked lamb, ate drinks. It was so many stuff with that. They're not an associate, it's family. And that's the thing that with me, Mirza, and Sabina, and everybody had, and all of those things. But I told Rick, when we let everybody come in, that what destroyed us. That's what destroyed that bond. When we start letting everybody come in that situation. You know what I'm saying? That would destroy that bond in that relationship. But Rick, like you, but you right. You like, come on. We started and it got bigger than the behavior of others. They ain't never made me feel like that. My friends had their own money. I ain't never had to do that. Like, and especially the people I worked with at Walmart, they had money. We treating each other to stuff. And they ain't never been like that in that format. You know what I'm saying? The two people I used to work with, Tamika and Raymond, you know what I'm saying? That ain't never. Everybody else had their own money. I don't see that when we just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? That ain't never been a problem with me hanging out with people. They wanted my time. They wanted my love and my affection. They didn't want all of these things that you're talking about or what you think you know. You know, and one of my friends, she got a damn mama that got money. You know what I'm saying? It never was that. And my ex mama always took care of her. She didn't really have to need nothing from me. So it was nothing to do with that situation. You know what I'm saying? I don't think jealous was. We spent more time with each other, and that what matters the most. I didn't. We didn't nobody care about all that, man. Cause Cheyenne got on to me. And it wasn't about that. She told me about myself. She wanted time with me. So it's about time. She wanted time with me. And that's what's the most important thing when somebody want time with you and want affection and time with you. And that can be the biggest threat. But she didn't tell me how she feel. I just text her and she said, "Oh, you just want to say, all right, you need to tell me what you want. And if you tell me what you want, how can we understand it?" Like when I'm dealing with my friendships and dealing with people that want to get close to me, it never been like that with me. And nobody in Carrollton, Cheyenne, or anybody else, and you know, it never been like that. They just wanted my time, and I always put my effort and my energy into someone instead of just opening up to them. And that's the price that I pay because I didn't see nobody else in my world. We got a song called "Me and You Against the World." I didn't see nobody else in that dream, and and I think people tried to get my attention more. So those are the things of what those things is. I don't think it never was that. It did me and a friend sitting at Marissa's house in 2019, 18, and we looking each other in the eye and we talking to each other. Me and a friend, another person named Cassie. We looking each other in the eye. So it's like we giving each other, we telling what each other's want, and we standing at each other. And Marissa had a problem with that, so when we stand at each other and we giving each other that eye contact. When you sit on a bed with a woman or a girl, whatever that is, and she trying to get more of your attention when her body moves a certain way without even popping her ass, and you can see the attention that she wants. So I don't think it's that when it came between that. I think she's all wrong between that when we dealing with relationship. But I put my time into it. It was causing confusion because I'm spending time with Cheyenne Crush Clark's sister. I'm spending time with other people. We never had that, man. We never had that. And Chris Clark's sister was taken care of. She got a mom and a dad. It was never that with her, but me and her just started spending time also in the room and on the porch by Tabitha house. And it's hard that people know that me and her going out, me and the other cousin, middle cousin going out. It's hard when we in the house communicating with each other. That can be the hardest thing of what we got here. So I like me and this girl Jessica. We other Chris Clark. We haven't been friends since the day something happened at the porch. Just didn't want to be around me anymore, and I can understand if you can't have something, you don't want to. You'll be around it. That's just the way life is when you're dealing with certain things. So those things in that format that I paid the price are not giving them what the thing. But if I say everything that I gave people and I had the relationship with, it won't be private anymore. Because there's many others involved in this situation, and I can't give all the details to everybody because like they wanted to know all the details. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna be up. I gotta be working. Yeah, I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna be watching movies.
So I'm gonna go there and come back.
All right.
And I'm gonna,
Let me know. Um, those are the things with that situation. So it was always about a bond. It was more. They wanted time with me, and I think they wanted to get close, and that was the biggest problem I had and things. And me turning my. It was never was that with none of them. I can't even like Demir mom and dad believed in me. Family, I can never say those things with them. But another teenager can make arguments about you having sex. Right? We all teens, and your girl is not around, and she just believe it. How can we understand that? Because I can get lied on. All right, I understand. I was at the pool with her and doing stuff, and I'm getting chewed out about you hearing all of these things about me and chewing me out about it. It's about me. It was about me just. I'm hanging around the same people, like her friends, her cousin, my friends, or her friends. I know Kiwi, and I'm hanging around the same people, and I'm getting accused of those things. So when people can't have that type of attention from me and get that, and then it make it bad on like people gonna show me if I can't. That's the deeper thing I had to deal with in my situations. Like, so I had to really, 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 really understand the meaning of those things and how can I understand of those things with those things. I had a person that had a baby and got mad at me and did that out of revenge to me, just to get back at me because we had an argument about me, a kid, just to get back at me about it. So she decided to have a kid just to get back at me. So it get back at because just have a disagreement about my kid that was mine. You know what I'm saying? So those were the things is with that situation. Um, I deal with a lot of things. It's about having what they want, and you have to understand that this ain't with any girl, with anybody, how a female thinks. I can be in a room with somebody, it never was like that. So it just my intelligence and just I turned it off when I'm me and a person got something against or I don't see no when I'm in a relationship, I don't see nobody else. And we got something me and you against everybody say well I was no good for you. I don't see nobody else. So and when those things are in and up and those matters, how can I understand it? So I paid the price just not by opening up, and I sat with people, I chill with individuals, but the image of this having been in a relationship and trying to keep those things tight, because we know we was gonna be together, but every moment we know it just makes sure the things are being missing more. So I had to deal with that. I like I had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I go with my friend, other Chantel. She's another CC. Got two CCs, and one of the CC, not the Danny CC. I go to her house, and I be picking, and not Danny's another, and I pick her up from her house. We walk, then we walk from. I take her to work, and then I pick her up from work. And just 2 days I couldn't be there, so we had that relationship fight where we are just not cool, and we haven't been cool since we have fallen out. And the way our friendship was, me and Chantel, me and Cece friendship was, we had that falling out just because 2 days, because like I'm there every week, but those 2 days I couldn't be there to pick you up from work, and that would made the problems in my friendship like with her, like, and we don't talk like my brother can be talking to her, but brothers can have, but me and her, we had the conflict about me not being there. So I'm having that thing where I told I'm 14, and I told Cece that just 2 days I couldn't be there. Like just 2 days I couldn't be there. We haven't been cool since we got into a conflict. Since we got into that conflict, so when somebody when some we have a conflict about being there for a friend, of being there sometime that can be and I'm there for everything else, but I had other things I had to take care of at that time, and I'm there for everything else in those formats. So me and CC, we clash heads, and I don't think that's never gonna turn out the way it is, because the way everything turned, we grown now, and I think that's never gonna be the way it is. So we have to deal with that. We have to understand the price that and like, you know, we enjoyed the times we walked away, we walked each other. I came and get up from my door. I walked her to work and picked up from the massage place in Addison, Texas. I enjoy those things, man, and that those things was can be the most gifted thing in the universe to understand it. So I enjoyed that time me and Cece had the other CC. I know too. I enjoyed that time, but I don't hope nobody. I enjoyed that time, just us walking and always talking to each other, because we understood something. But it just them 2 days I couldn't be there, and that just destroyed everything. So we don't have the best anymore. I mean, she talked to more of my brother more like we do. I don't think we actually had conversation, and I think she just it flipped upside down with our friendship. It just flipped upside down, and I don't know why that happened the way it happened, but that was the main thing between me and another CC. I know two CCs that I wasn't there, and so that's the main thing. I wasn't there, so that's 2 days I'm there at CC for all of the other time to get you. I'm there. What is the problem now? And we just had a flipped out, and so it started to get real grimy with us when she started being by my brother more, and it started to get real confusion with us too. And I think that's where the conversation presented itself more. So I realized where that I went wrong at, and you know what I'm saying. But I know I was supposed to meet her at a job and pick her up and come in town, and I know those things. Somebody wants you somewhere, and you got so other things. So it happens. It happened with those things and friendships and those avenues. We're gonna miss some a little bit to understand it. So we haven't been friends anymore. We haven't been. We just been having conflict constantly over and over. So you know, my time was managed at that time. I'm working, going to school, going to college, and doing all of the things. My time at that age was so. My time was at that age, and all people wanted to do, and she needed to understand, like, you know what I'm saying. I had a lot of stuff on my plate at that time. You know what I'm saying. So I used to deal with this girl. We used to sit at the park every time, and she moved to another state, and before I met Sabina, like the chemistry was wrong. She had stuff going on with her family. She had to move away. She ran away from home in Carrollton. She stayed in the corner next to in the back of the street where Albert stayed in CFB. And she had on glasses and she had a dog and like two house corners down, almost towards that last corner. And we used to always talk, but she had a lot going on, and then she just moved to another state. She ran away from home and left and went by somebody I called. And when I knocked on the door, she was in there. It was always time what they wanted. And but my friends came in Walmart and said, "Hubert, we miss you." And when Tabitha hugged me, I can tell it was just like the missing was there. I can tell it like when she hugged me when I was working at Walmart. And she truly did miss me by the hug that we hugged each other when I was working at 2019 and 18. So I messed up on my behavior. It was never was those things. So it was never was those things with me and certain individuals, and I never had to feel like that with them.